First of all, make sure that you have washed your hands, warm soapy water for at least 20 seconds. Whenever you're preparing foods, you want to make sure that you've got an extra good clean on your hands. Next is going to be washing your fruits. So a lot of people pick up fruits at grocery stores, they test them, feel them out, maybe they're not right, they put them back. So you want to make sure that you have rinsed off your fruits and vegetables thoroughly. So go ahead and make sure you've got those things done. Make sure your surfaces have been cleaned and sanitized. Really important at this time right now. They're an often touched surface, so we want to make sure that they are clean and they are sanitized. From there, I want to talk about our main ingredient. So this is going to be the base of our yogurt bowl this morning, and it is, surprise, yogurt. This is plain Greek yogurt. So there's no flavorings in it. It is just plain. And I know that a lot of people maybe aren't used to eating plain yogurt, but it's really our best option for our recipe this morning because it's got 0 grams of added sugar. Yogurt can get really crazy in the amounts of added sugar that gets put in there to make it taste, sweet or add certain flavorings to it. But really, you want to be reading your nutrition label and making sure that there is as little added sugars as possible in your yogurt. Again, I know that might not be an option for some of us right now. The yogurt aisle was pretty empty as well. So go ahead and just, for today, use what you can, but keep an eye on those added sugars as you move forward with purchasing yogurt. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started with the yogurt. And if you did choose plain yogurt, no added anything, then I usually add in about just a teaspoon. You don't need any more than a teaspoon of honey. And this is local honey that we're using. So it's really only if you've chosen the plain yogurt. If you've got yogurts with added sugars in it and added flavorings, then I would leave the honey out, just to reduce the amount of sugar that we're getting for breakfast this morning. So next we're going to move on to our fruits, which is really the star of our recipe this morning. So this is a mango, and you can see it's got an absolutely gorgeous color on it. And when I selected this mango, I felt it, I tested it, squeezed it, made sure that it was not too firm, but also not mushy. So you want it to be right there in the middle. Okay, so the best way to go about cutting your mango up, there's a lot of different theories on this. I tend to take it pretty simple. And I am going to, you can kind of see it's an oblong shape. So I'm going to find that middle ground and I'm going to start on the side. And I usually peel off the skin with a veggie peeler. And that'll depend on the texture of the mango. Sometimes they're too soft and you're going to have to just go with a knife and remove the skin. But I think this works just beautifully. And you do want to make sure that you remove the mango skin before consuming. So we'll go ahead and get just a little bit more off. Make sure we've got a good side there for us. And then, as you can see, I've got a really firm grip on the mango, and I'm using a cutting board, and we're just gonna slice this beautiful face off right there. If you notice, there is a pit in the middle of the mango, so that's why I've chosen to go with this rounder, kind of fleshier side. So we can set that aside for now. So I've got this beautiful slice of mango, and we are just going to slice it up into kind of, I would say, smaller than bite-sized chunks. There we go. And we are going to grab what we want for our yogurt bowl this morning. So as you can see, we got a lot out of that. So I would say 1 mango for about every 4 servings of this is probably plenty. Okay, so we're gonna move on to our kiwi. And we have it here, and there's a really neat trick for kiwis that I love showing people. And kiwis are already a fruit that not a lot of people eat. And this little skin right here, this fuzzy skin, it is actually edible, but we're gonna remove it today, mostly for texture's sake. But it does kind of deter a lot of people. So we're gonna go ahead and remove that skin. My favorite way to do it is cut off each end. And then using a spoon, we're gonna go ahead and push it underneath the skin and then just twist. Ooh, this is a hard kiwi. So this might not work if you've got such a hard kiwi like I did. There we go. You can just really turn your kiwi, and then you've got the center of the kiwi that pops out like that. Again, if you've got a more ripe kiwi, it's gonna be a little bit easier to do that trick. Otherwise, you can just go ahead and take the kiwi and shave the outside off. So we are gonna go ahead and cut this guy in half, cut him again, and then cut them into little bite-sized pieces. There we go. And again, I'd say about 2 kiwis for 4 servings of this. Okay, so now, the reason we've added this fruit on here, yogurt is great by itself, but we really want to jazz things up, and we also want to get you some good fiber in your breakfast in the morning. So the fruit is going to provide that fiber, vitamin C, micronutrients, and antioxidants, which is really important right now to keep those antioxidants and micronutrients flowing in, as well as fiber and vitamin C. So we've gone ahead and added this fruit here into the bowl. And now comes the really fun part. This is where you get to kind of take it and make it your own. This is a great way to get your kids involved, helping choose the toppings that go on their yogurt bowls specifically, but getting them involved with maybe what they do want to add onto their yogurt bowls can really help. When it gets put in front of them, then they're more likely to decide to go ahead and eat it. So I've chosen a couple things here for us today. These are really simple things. Again, there's a lot of substitutes you can use for these, but we're gonna start out with chia seeds. So I love these little guys. They provide extra fiber in your diet, and they don't really add lots of flavor. Most people don't even notice that they're there. So it's a great way to get that extra fiber in. Next is almonds. Again, this is kind of a tropical theme. You can add any kind of nuts that you want, but I thought that almonds would kind of complement the flavors the best. Go ahead and sprinkle a few slivers of almonds on there. And then we're gonna top with something really exotic. This is coconut flakes. So I chose unsweetened coconut flakes. Again, we wanna watch for how much added sugar that we're putting into our breakfast. We don't wanna have a mid-morning sugar crash. So these are unsweetened cocoa flakes. And we're gonna go ahead and just top them just like that. And there you go. You've got a delicious breakfast that's gonna hold you over until you're ready for lunch, because this is a really slowly digestible recipe. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it was helpful. I hope you got a little inspiration for your breakfast either today or tomorrow or sometime this weekend while you're out grocery shopping. We will be doing these lives for breakfasts, snack times, and dinners over the next few weeks. So check back with us. Join us for these lives. We'll be putting out the ingredients for you ahead of time so you can kind of gather those and cook along with us. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you catch us tomorrow. Kelly is going to be doing 3 p.m. snack time. Bye.